We are in the reptile room, of course. We're in the reptile retreat. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. If you do hear crickets, that is because we have actually successfully started a cricket farm. By that, I mean we're actually farming our own crickets now. In the upcoming weeks, we're waiting back for the license now. That's all sent off. Everything is going so smooth at the reptile retreat. I hope your life is going great. I hope you are doing good. I keep switching the arms with the camera, but I've messed up my shoulder, so it hurts if I hold it with that arm, and it feels weird to hold it with this one. But we have literally started a cricket farm, guys. Look at this cricket farm down here. Look at them chirping away, all being kept successfully, which is absolutely amazing. Because if you've been watching this channel for a while now, you'll know that me and Sky have had problems with looking after crickets, and that is ended now. We've actually managed to do it. We have got fly traps everywhere because it is like spring almost. Well, it is spring now. It's weather is beautiful, and the fungus gnats have just gone crazy. So we're actually trapping a lot of them on these fly nets. So you're just gonna have to excuse the ugly fly catchers. But I am so excited to show you guys a few things, right? And while I do that, I'm going to talk to you guys about something. So let me try and find a way to set this up. Yeah, I've got to feed the cresties right now. And I thought I'm going to show you guys a bit more raw footage just of the videos, you know, just take you guys along with basically what it's like to be an amazing reptile keeper and own all these amazing reptiles. So yeah, I'm just going to show you little nitty bits now and again. Now, I can't remember the last time you guys, like, what the egg count was with you guys. The leopard gecko egg count, that is. The sad thing is, with the Pictus geckos, here's the thing. I had a bunch of footage. I accidentally deleted all the footage. It was a video explaining what happened. I'm going to go over it really quick, why we feed these crested geckos. We had a fungus gnat problem, right? And we've basically managed it now. So fungus gnats are basically these tiny little flies, bugs, insects, right? And you will get them, especially if you've got house plants. If you've got house plants, if you've got a bioactive vivarium, you'll always attract them. Anywhere there's basically moisture and soil, there will be fungus gnats. Now, most people with reptiles have fungus gnats, and they're not a problem, and that is fine. That absolutely is fine. Eventually, like, you can get springtails, and the springtails will eat them, but then you're infesting your house with another sort of insect, and we didn't really want to do that. Plus, you would need a huge amount of springtails for this room. But basically, what happened was the fungus gnats made their way into literally pretty much, I would say, about 30 of the gecko enclosures and the Pictus gecko enclosure. When they got in there, they obviously started to lay their eggs in the cocoa hides. Now, that's where it became a problem for us, because they laid their eggs in there, then the eggs hatched, their pupae hatched into maggots, and then the maggots ate the Pictus gecko eggs. But we didn't realise there was eggs on the Pictus gecko eggs when we put them in the incubator. So there was this funny smell when I opened up the incubator, and all the Pictus gecko eggs had been destroyed. Every single one. So we had to go on a massive, which by the way, if the video footage was still here, you would see how upset I am about that and how upset I was about that. But I'm a man that moves on. I've got to think positive, got to keep things going. So I'm glad that, you know, the Pictus gecko is okay. We've still got 2 Pictus gecko eggs, because after that she's laid 2 more, and they're doing absolutely great. So she did have 1, and then she laid another 2, and one of them was wrecked, but that was because she stepped on it and cracked it. So we've still got 2 Pictus baby gecko eggs, and I'm forever grateful for the reptile gods for just them 2 babies. I'm really looking forward to hatching out Pictus gecko eggs, because they are literally, the babies are like the size of a thumbnail. I'm not going to show you my thumbnails because I bite my nails and they're all gone. But and it will be an inaccurate object to show you the size. But what I'm trying to say is, we had to literally empty out every single one of our cocoa fiber hides, moist hides. Every single one of them had to be emptied and renewed. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's not that much of a problem, because at the end of the day, like, most people have a few reptiles, and that probably takes 5 minutes. But when you own this many reptiles, we had to buy so much more cocoa fiber, and we had to do every single one. Every single one had to be, like, honestly, it took a long time. Because normally, we gradually change them, and the substrate inside, we gradually change it over time. Like, we have, like, we'll do this lot then this lot. So it's a lot easier on us, but we had to do it out all in one night. We got back from Amazon, it was already late, and it was just such a hectic day. But I don't want to bring you down on that, because, like, we've moved on from that, haven't we? Everything is going great, honestly. Like, I'm so grateful to be in this position. We're so close to be able to open up this place. You guys have been commenting on this channel. It's been pushing me and making me happy, honestly, so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Your comments make me glow, you know? I think there's such negativity in the reptile world sometimes, but we don't seem to have that at the retreat because everyone knows it's a peaceful place where reptile lovers alike can come and chill. We've also started a mealworm farm. I'm supposed to be feeding crested geckos, but I'm ranting. We give them this stuff. We're not actually breeding them, but we've just found that they seem to like this flavor of Pangea. So we haven't bred them yet, but they do seem to like this flavor of Pangea. And honestly, if it says growth and breeding, it's going to have extra nutrients in. If you have a look on the pack, back of the pack, this has a lot, and I mean a lot of like, it's more insect orientated rather than just fruits, which is what I like. And yeah, we have Tizer who's grown well. I'll show you Tizer in a minute. But the thing is, if you actually go into researching crested geckos and what they eat in the wild, they're actually really creepy animals. Well, not creepy, but freaky. Like, you look at them and you wouldn't expect it. But and then once you find out the information, you do expect it. And I don't mean husbandry or care. I mean, they're downright just what they eat naturally, okay? So a lot of it is just like decaying fruit, and they'll eat insects. But they'll also eat like decaying bodies of other animals, which I found actually really, really weird and interesting. If you like to look at them, you wouldn't think they would do that, but apparently they do. So don't let looks fool you guys. Like, crested geckos can be quite vicious. So we're just going to make their food right now. It hasn't been that long since we've uploaded, but it feels like so long, and I'm so happy that you guys have joined me. I really just love filming YouTube, man. It's just such a great passion of mine, and I appreciate every single view. That's for sure. I hope you are doing great too. I hope you're making the most of this weather if it's nice where you are. If it's rainy where you are, then don't let the rain get you down. Because without rain, you don't appreciate the sun. So just hold tight until that good weather comes. Rudy's doing good. Rudy's been, well, I say she's doing good. She's going on like a sass. She's being like really sassy at the minute. Don't know why. I'm just being patient with her and letting her do a thing because, you know, you don't want to rush these smart, intelligent animals at all. Because if you rush them, then it's just not fair on them. And as much as us humans like to think we know what's going on with reptiles in their heads, we can only know so much. She's still coming out every day, but I mean, I'm not like properly walking around babying her, you know, like I used to. She likes exploring. She got into a bag the other day, and it's just like, she's just an amazing animal. I'm so grateful to have her. Shrek is being a boss. I thank you guys for making that video a great video and joining me on that video. Like, that was such a good video, such a good moment in my life to get Shrek, and Shrek is absolutely bossing life. Like, he's just chowing down on food, and he's just loving life at the minute. All the geckos are doing good. Now, that is what this video is about. So if you hang on probably until near the end, you will see what's happened. Wow. Let's just say it's going really good. And I really can't wait. Really cannot wait for the for this year's season. I know I keep saying that, guys. And I'm sorry if some of you are like, what always on about leopard gecko? Look, they're my passion, okay? I'm never going to shut up about them. Ever. Ever. They're like, I love all my animals to bits, but I've just got a real big passion for the leopard geckos and breeding leopard geckos ethically, properly. I'm just passionate about them, and I'm really excited for this year's breeding season. It's absolutely crazy. We're going to create so many beautiful animals. And it's actually just been hectic, you know? The work don't stop. The work never stops. But that's the beauty of it, because when you do something you love, it's not work. This is Tizer, guys. We got her. If you watch the videos, you'll see how small she was. Look how pretty she is now. She's so pretty, so amazing, so orange. I think it was like Reptile Road Trip, I think it was called, the video was. Go and check that out. That's when we got her. I love crested geckos. Come here. And yeah, so like, she's just absolutely, look how well she is growing. Like, she is growing supremely well, and she looks so beautiful. She's got such deep oranges on her. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful little cresty, growing really well. And she's just loving life. She lives in this Exoterra down here, and she loves Rapashi. Let's see if she wants a bit off the spoon. Some of them do, some of them don't. Yeah, there we go, look. So there she goes. Look at her nom. She's so cute. I love it. She's like, what the hell is that? Oh, no. Don't jump up. Okay, right. She like looked at Skylar as if to say, I'm coming for you. Look,
that face.
She's on the spoon. She's just an adventurer though, guys. Like crested geckos are. But she's so cool. I'm going to put her back so she doesn't injure herself. In. On the side. Okay. I see how this is going. You ready? This is my favourite bit about owning crested geckos, this little leap of faith. Watch. There we go. Yay! She's gone. Oh, she's gone. She's fine. She's back up. She's coming back up. Look at her face. Where's my Repeshi? So when we had the fungus gnat infestation, we had to empty out the crested gecko vivs, and they are all on kitchen roll right now. We are going to put them back on cocoa fibre, but right now they've just got kitchen roll in the bottom. We're spraying them down extra times a day so the humidity stays right. We are going to sort out the mesh on top because, believe it or not, fungus gnats will get in the mesh and they'll get in these little air vents here. They'll go straight through them and lay eggs. So we're going to wait for them to slow down because they are going to get everywhere. There is a wax moth on the fly trap. Okay, we're also breeding waxworms as well, which is actually an experiment and it's harder, but we're giving it a go. I had an invention. I'm not going to show you guys because it's a really good idea and it's a really good setup for the wax moths, and I think they're doing well in it. But I'll show it you one day. I'm joking. I just don't want to go on to that subject. Too much detail. So we're basically breeding every single bug. We've got dubia babies breeding. We've got dubia babies. We've got cricket eggs. We've got baby mealworms. And hopefully some waxworms soon. The problem is when you actually look online for all this stuff, it's like everyone's out there and everyone has their own little. Well, here's the thing, right? Reptile keepers just seem to have a certain way for caring for the animals, caring for like the insects, and they always just die. If you do it the reptile keeper way, they're just gonna die. Let me tell you. Sky found someone on YouTube. The way she did it has suited us. We've made some adjustments here and there, but it's working. Like, I'll show you guys some cricket eggs now, actually. So like, we've just pulled this box out. As you can see, all of these little things here, these little what look like tiny bits of white string or like rice. So all of these bits here, see them all? Look like tiny lines. They're all cricket eggs. They're all cricket eggs, and there's so many of them, and I'm really excited because, like, as you guys know, me and Sky have tried for so long just to even keep these crickets alive. Well, because we have to order like 4,000, 5,000 a month, and that's not including any other bugs. So you can imagine how hard it is to keep that amount of quantity, like a good number, but we've actually managed to do it. So yeah, it's just one of them. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the rest of this food into these cresties, and then we'll go and check some leopard gecko eggs. Then I'm going to show you the amount of gecko eggs we have, which is absolutely crazy. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be blown away. It's going to be absolutely mental this year, but we have the space, we have the facility, and we have the enthusiasm, so that's all that matters. So yeah, I'm going to feed these cresties, and let's carry on. So we are downstairs now, so I thought, why not show you the eggs we do have? I just want to show you guys the amount of eggs we have. There are people out there that probably have way more than me. This is a big number for me. That is what we have spent the last year building to facilitate this many geckos, this many reptiles. In fact, I'm not going to tell you the number, so I've just took my glasses off because apparently there was this weird green square. I'm not going to tell you the exact number of how many we've got, but let me just tell you I can technically house double this amount. So I'm more than prepared. That's without me building the other spare racks in the shed. But anyway, enough of that. I'm just letting you guys know this isn't some sort of case where I've just bred a bunch of geckos and I've got too many eggs. I have housing for each individual gecko, each individual gecko to be housed alone and have a good upbringing. Now Rudy's just being a bit of a Rudy. So yeah, I'm going to show you these eggs right now. I cannot wait for these guys to start hatching. It is literally, we can't be far off. We had the first ones lay in February. I think it was towards the end of February. I'm going to show you all these eggs. I cannot wait to see the combinations. It's just an exciting time of the year, and I hope you guys are as excited as me, and you're going to be probably blown away, especially the ones that, like, I know watch the channel, like, you've probably never seen this many eggs. So let's go and get these eggs. Here are all of the eggs we currently own. Like, literally every single one of these is near enough full, and this is a dream come true for me, because honestly I've waited so long in my life to finally get to the position where I can have this many reptiles and look after them great and healthily. Just look at these eggs though, guys. There's 6 there, and I don't think there's 6 in here. There's 1 missing there, but that's because there's only a single one in the clutch. But either way, what I'm trying to say is I've waited so long in my life. This is like a dream come true for me. I'm so happy I'm in this position to be able to do this. Here we have Barry Nonsense. Now, Barry Nonsense, it's just a load of nonsense, really, but it's just Barry Nonsense. And Tucker, stop eating a sock, please. The reason why there's Barry Nonsense there is because it's a secret gecko that no one knows about, and that's why I put Barry Nonsense on top. you don't need to know about Barry nonsense. Then we have Flump. We have literally everyone's eggs in here. It's like such an amazing like accomplishment for me, really. We have this many eggs. Like there's so many. In fact, why don't we actually give it a count? Okay, so we've got 12 in this one. We've got 11 in this one. So that's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Might just be eggs to you guys, but it's a lot of work and a lot of preparation that have actually gone into this. Oh my god, I've literally just had to shut that lid as quick as possible. I cannot believe it. We have had our first ever, well, not first ever, we've had our first leopard gecko eggs of the season. They've literally hatched. Now, I'm going to show you guys up closely, but I'm going to need to go and grab a tub. If all is correct, and they are the correct geckos that I think have hatched, we are going to reveal the answer of Gandalf the Grey's genetics. Like, this is the all of being, like, of his genetics. Guys, we literally got baby geckos already hatched. I am so stuck. I'm just shocked. I did not expect this. I literally, upstairs, I said to you guys, I'm going to come down, I'm going to show you these eggs, and we're going to see how many eggs we have. I'm going to show you off my eggs. I'm going to show how many we have. And here we are with baby geckos already. God, I'm happy I'm prepared for this, because I am, but I did not expect for them to be baby geckos in there. They're our first two, and whatever they are is the answer to what Gandalf the Grey's genetics are. So it is the 12th of April right now, and this is the earliest I've ever had geckos hatch. And if you actually go back and watch the video, I think it's like, I can't remember what it's called. There's a white gecko on the thumbnail. I think it's something like It's Finally Here or something like that. These are them eggs. Time has flown by that quick and we've already got baby geckos. Right, I'm going to go and grab the tub and we're going to take a look at these guys. I'm so excited. I'm so glad you guys are here to share this with me. Like, I did not expect this. This is like the best surprise ever, which means technically we should have another 4 geckos coming very soon because they was all laid around the same time. I really cannot wait for this, guys. And them geckos in there looks weird, so we need to ID them. We need to get them out of there. We need to get these eggs back. Jesus Christ, we got baby geckos. Yes. So I just want to clarify, this is not obviously, this is the enclosure they're going into, because you'll see how small these guys are. But this is not what I'm set it up like. Obviously, they're going to have hides and everything in there. This is just something I do to transfer the geckos out of these egg boxes safely. And they'll run out. And obviously, I wasn't prepared for gecko. Look at them. Look at them babies. Oh my god. So we're a bit confused right now. Me and Sky are a bit confused. But let's get these babies out. I know, babies. Just crawl out. This little guy does not want to come out. Right, okay, these eggs can go back. You want to hear this little baby gecko scream, you will.
It's the yellow.
Oh god. Sounds like he's got asthma. I know that feeling, boy.
Oh god.
Okay, right. Here are our first 2... Oh, that one's hid. Okay, I understand. So here are our first 2 baby leopard geckos of the season. And they are so goddamn cute and adorable. Oh my god. Come on, little dude. By the way, they're not going to live together. They all keep separately. We didn't know the dad's genetics. He was either a Murphy's Patternless or Blizzard. The mum was a Blazing Blizzard. What we've got here is that one to me definitely looks like a Blazing Blizzard.
But that one looks.
But that one looks like a Murphy's Patternless. That one's really not happy.
You're an angry.
And I think this one here is albino, so I'm going to get it out of the light, help it hide.
Which means that Gandalf is albino.
So he's het albino, so we know that now. But as for this little one, the feisty one with an attitude, Frosty must carry both of the genetics. Right, I'm going to take a closer look at these off camera and then we'll come to a conclusion, because obviously I don't want to just stress these guys out. But how cute are they? Like, they're so cute. Look at that little gecko right there. He's so cute and adorable. Oh my god, right, we're going to go get these set up, guys. What a surprise. I hope you guys are smiling as much as me are. You're a proud little one, aren't you? And so you should be. So you should be. Oh my god, look at it, guys. So we're upstairs now. We've brought the geckos up. I'm just in the middle of setting them up. And we've come to the conclusion that we have to wait for Flump, who is our other gecko, who has been bred to Gandalf the Grey, who carries Max Snow, because these might carry Max Snow, because Gandalf the Grey might be Max Snow. So if that clutch has Super Snows, then we will know he will carry Max Snow. And also there's a few hidden hets that we did not know about. So it's going to be useful to know and have a different parent so we can see what's what. That's the enjoyment of getting a gecko you don't really know the true lineage of. But if you've got experience like me, you can work it out within time. But I'm sure by the time they're old enough to be rehomed, we will definitely know what they are. They ain't for a long time yet, and they're mine for now. I'm going to set them up in their enclosures. We've already set the kitchen roll up, and we're just adding hides now, and we're using these for tiny little water bowls. We set our babies up different here at the retreat to the adult geckos. The adult geckos have moist hides, they have enrichment, they have logs, they have leaves, they have branches, they have multiple hides, they have everything they need to be enriched and to thrive and to live a good life. The babies, on the other hand, for me, in my experience, especially from last year's lot, it works really well. And for the first maybe month and a half, 2 months, depending on the individual gecko, what we do is we don't add any enrichment, okay? We don't add any moist hides. And the reason why that is because baby geckos are very, very clumsy. So basically, I don't want the gecko to have a branch to climb on at a young age and fall off and injure itself. The main reason is, the key point is, I really need to monitor how much they're eating, if they're pooing, if their poo's okay. Sometimes with enrichment and stuff, you can't find that food because they get in it and on it and everything else like that. So it's more important to me that I have pretty much a blank canvas. They have free hides still, but there is no enrichment and there is no moist hide. The reason why there's no moist hide is because, one, I check my babies daily, so if they come into shed, I spray the whole enclosure down so it's easier for them to shed. For some reason, the baby geckos just tend to eat the cocoa fiber, and the reason why they do that is because they're trying to figure out what the world is, and it's like any baby animal. If there's something new or interesting, it tends to put it in its mouth. Babies and baby humans do it as well. Like, that's why you always find that baby in your family picking up its toy and shoving it in its mouth and chewing on it, although it's not supposed to. It's doing it because that's how it's getting its sensory. That's sensory enrichment. And I don't want these babies to just nom on some cocoa fiber. And if there is a risk of impaction, why take it? I'm not willing really to take that risk just because someone says it's safe to do so. I'd rather just use kitchen roll where they're not going to eat it. Why take the risk if you can prevent it by using something else? Like I say, no moist hides, just free hides and a water bowl, and that is all we're going to do. That is all they're having. So like I say, we've got their little water bowls here. Important to use very shallow water bowls with baby animals because obviously they're very clumsy and they can drown, and these are obviously pretty shallow. So we've already put one hide in. Like I said, I check these babies every day without a doubt. If they knock that water over, whole new clean, everything dry. The reason why it's so damp in here right now is because they've just come out of the incubator, which means that is a high humidity environment for the eggs to be able to hatch. So I'm trying to mimic and slowly return it back to a normal gecko environment. And by spraying their enclosure down, what you're doing is you're basically mimicking the incubator environment. So it's not a shock to them. Basically, you don't want to shock the animal and put them straight into a dry place. They're going to be thirsty anyway, so they're going to lick all off the sides here as well. So as well, they might use the water bowl, they might not, but it's best to just offer it them. And like I said, we're going to add the other hides now. We've got one coconut hide there. So we've got another coconut hide here. Just want to move this little one out of the way. We don't want him to get hurt. There you go. Look how cute this little one is though, guys. Look how cute he is. Absolutely beautiful. See that though, guys? His eyes are already shut, and that's because he's albino. We're going to put him in his little dark hide so he hasn't got to stress about the light anymore. See what I mean? See, I think I just missed it off camera. He just dunked his whole head in this water bowl. And that is why it's so important to only have a shallow water bowl. And not a wide one either. This is smaller than his body. So he'll be able to he physically just can't curl up and drown. Baby animals don't really thrive the best until a couple weeks in. So that is why we do this. Basically, yeah, that is basically all this gecko has. We're not going to offer it food straight away, as it's a tiny baby. And they're still going to be absorbing the yolk from the egg sac inside. So in the next couple of days, we'll offer it its first meal, and it will learn how to thrive and survive. But that is that one done, and we're going to put this in the rack now and say goodbye. That is our first gecko of the season hatched. I am so excited, guys. I didn't even expect this. I was standing here telling you guys that we're going to go downstairs, look at some eggs. And yeah, you're going to see the amount of eggs we have. Not only did you see the amount of eggs we have, but you got to see a baby gecko. How great is that? So I'm going to finish putting this one away. We're going to set this other one up. That is it then, guys. You have met the 2 first babies that have hatched this season. I was so happy about that. And we have got so many eggs, as you guys have seen. And all in general, I hope you guys have just loved this vlog. I love you guys just as much as I love my reptiles. Thank you so much for joining the retreat here. Remember, you are not just watching, you are a part of it. You are family. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.